Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Unveiling Truths. I'm your host, Nadia Rahman, bringing you insights on critical issues that shape our world. Today, we're discussing a pressing topic, the recent wave of misinformation spread by certain segments of the Indian media about Bangladesh. To shed light on this, I'm joined by a veteran Bangladeshi journalist, Mr. Anwar Hossain, who has been actively investigating this matter. Welcome, Mr. Hossain.
Thank you, Nadia. Thank you for having me on your show. This is indeed a concerning issue that needs to be addressed.
Let's dive right in. Mr. Hossain, could you provide our listeners with some context? What kind of misinformation has the Indian media been spreading about Bangladesh recently?
Certainly. Over the past few months, there have been multiple instances where Indian media outlets have published misleading reports about Bangladesh. These include exaggerated claims about internal political instability, fabricated stories about communal tensions, and even distorted narratives about our economic progress. Such reports not only misrepresent the reality, but also harm bilateral relations between the two nations.
That sounds concerning. Could you share specific examples of such misinformation?
Absolutely. One example is a widely circulated report claiming that Bangladesh's economy is on the verge of collapse due to mismanagement and corruption. This narrative contradicts the actual data, which shows steady GDP growth and significant progress in sectors like textiles and digital innovation. Another instance was the portrayal of isolated communal incidents as widespread unrest, creating a false perception of religious intolerance in our society.
What motivates these misrepresentations, in your view?
That's a critical question, Nadia. The motivations can vary. Sometimes it's about pushing a specific political agenda or deflecting attention from domestic issues. Other times, it might stem from a lack of understanding or poor journalistic practices. However, the consistent pattern of misinformation suggests a deliberate effort to undermine Bangladesh's image on the global stage.
How does this misinformation impact Bangladesh, both domestically and internationally?
The impact is multifaceted. Domestically, such narratives can sow distrust and fear among citizens. Internationally, it can damage our reputation, affecting foreign investments and diplomatic relationships. Moreover, it can strain people-to-people ties between India and Bangladesh, which have historically been strong.
Given the gravity of the situation, how is Bangladesh responding to these challenges?
The government has been proactive in addressing this issue. Our Ministry of Foreign Affairs regularly counters false claims through official statements and diplomatic channels. Civil society and independent journalists like myself are also working to debunk these narratives and present factual information to the public.
That's encouraging. As a journalist, what strategies do you employ to ensure accurate reporting and counter misinformation?
Verification is key. We rely on credible sources, cross-check information, and avoid sensationalism. When debunking misinformation, presenting clear evidence and contextualizing the issue are crucial. Additionally, fostering media literacy among the public helps them discern between reliable news and propaganda.
Excellent points. What role can ordinary citizens play in combating misinformation?
Citizens have a significant role. They should consume news from diverse, credible sources and avoid sharing unverified information. Fact-checking tools and platforms are readily available and should be used. Raising awareness within their communities also helps curb the spread of false narratives.
Before we wrap up, Mr. Hossain, what's your message to our listeners regarding media literacy and cross-border narratives?
My message is simple. Stay informed, question everything, and seek the truth. Media has immense power to shape perceptions, but with that power comes responsibility. Let's use it to build understanding and bridge gaps, not to foster divisions.
Wise words indeed. Thank you, Mr. Hossain, for sharing your insights and shedding light on this critical issue.
Thank you, Nadia, for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. If you found this discussion valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Nadia Rahman signing off from Unveiling Truths. Stay curious and stay informed.